I think we need to be cognizant of the fact that more contagious strains of the virus, especially B.1.1.7, the so-called UK variant, are in fact appearing in Ohio. What we're seeing is that the virus that causes COVID-19 is changing, as nearly all viruses do, to become more contagious, and it's happening here in Ohio just as it has in other parts of the world. In fact, the B.1.1.7 variant is now in at least 40 states, and other variants, including B.1.351, which is originally from South Africa, and P.1, which is originally from Brazil, have also arrived in some other states. These new strains, these new variants, are an important signal about what's happening to the virus and where it's headed. They tell us the virus is becoming more contagious and having more opportunity to change as it gets into more people. It's becoming more efficient, and it will go on doing so until we as a group are largely immune to it, until it no longer finds enough of us in which to duplicate and evolve. And that's what many mean when they talk about herd immunity. Vaccines, of course, are the way to achieve herd immunity quickly and without unnecessary suffering or death. But it's going to take more time to get enough of us vaccinated that this virus is no longer a threat. Meanwhile, the B.1.1.7 variant and others are among us. So we still have to protect the many of us who haven't yet been vaccinated and are both vulnerable to illness and able to spread the virus. And those of us who aren't yet vaccinated also don't want to be the petri dish for some new variant. That's why it's very important that we don't declare victory too quickly. Make no mistake, vaccines are working very, very well. But our national vaccination effort needs more time. That's why we need to keep up our good work of preventing spread of this virus with masking and distancing, which we know are working. I mean, just look at our flu numbers. Last year at this point, we were approaching 5,500 flu hospitalizations in Ohio. This year, we haven't even hit 100. So as we go forward, we'll continue to watch these variants very closely with particular attention on the indicators of COVID disease activity from our dashboards that the governor just reviewed. But I think we can all be encouraged by our results so far. They reflect our good adherence to masking and distancing, along with steady increases in vaccination. So even in the face of these new, more infectious variants, we have the weapons we need to improve our lives as we head into the spring. Masking and distancing work, and they're going to be key to living our lives more normally as we go into the spring.